Hey everyone, ready for a deep dive into something really cool?
Oh, yeah,
We're going to take a look at Apple's chip strategy, and we've got some really awesome insight here.
we do.
We're going behind the scenes with Tim Millet,
VP of Platform Architecture,
right, and Tom Bucker.
who leads Mac product marketing.
It's really fascinating stuff.
It is. What I think is really interesting is we're not just looking at the specs of the new M4 chips, but
Yeah.
really like the why, the
Yeah.
philosophy behind, Apple's silicon dominance.
They're really killing it.
They are. And I think that's what makes this deep dive so interesting is we get to kind of look under the hood
Totally.
and see how they're thinking about the future of technology.
And there's this secret weapon that gets mentioned. I don't know if you saw that
Oh,
in
yeah.
the article that I'm really interested to unpack. But before we get there, I think it's really key to understand how Apple's approach is different
Yeah.
from everyone else
Yeah.
when it comes to chip design.
Right. You always hear this term merchant silicon thrown around for companies like Intel or Qualcomm. They design and manufacture chips to sell to a wide range of customers, whereas Apple designs chips specifically for their own products.
Okay, so it's like bespoke versus off the rack.
Yes.
Got it.
Perfect analogy.
Okay.
And that gives them a huge advantage. They have the freedom to tailor their chips to perfectly match the needs of their devices and their software.
Yeah, they highlight the new Mac Mini as a perfect example of this, calling it a showcase for this co-design philosophy that Apple's got.
Right. Co-design is all about bringing together the chip engineers
Yeah.
with the product designers right from the very beginning.
So they're all in the same room,
Yeah.
working together.
Tight integration means they can optimize every aspect of the product, from the hardware to the software,
Yeah.
and create these experiences. That wouldn't be possible otherwise.
So how does this co-design approach tie into the whole secret weapon thing?
Well, remember when Apple was talking about, Apple Intelligence features long before the AI hype train left the station?
Yeah, it felt like they were a bit ahead of the curve there.
Totally. That's because they were laying the groundwork with the neural engine, which they first introduced in 2017 for computational photography. And that seemingly niche application was actually the foundation for the powerful AI capabilities we see today in Apple products.
So they were thinking about AI long before it became like this buzzword that it is today.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's some serious foresight.
Yeah, and it goes even deeper. There's this interesting paper from 2017 that the interview mentions.
Ooh, tell me more. This is where it gets juicy.
It does. This paper outlines the concept of transformer networks, which have become the backbone of things like ChatGPT and other large language models.
Wait, are you saying that Apple engineers
Yeah.
recognized the potential of this technology before it became mainstream?
Exactly. And that's the real secret weapon here. By investing early in this technology and integrating it into their chips, Apple positioned themselves at the forefront of the AI revolution.
That's impressive. It's not just about having smart people. It's about having smart people who can, anticipate the future and bet on the right technology.
Exactly. And that brings us to another key aspect of Apple's chip strategy, their obsession with efficiency. Millet uses this term arc ISO power. It's a bit technical, but basically what it means is they're trying to get more performance with less energy consumption.
So less about raw power
yeah,
and more about
use them.
doing that power intelligently.
Right. Okay.
It's all about efficiency.
You can see how that would be crucial, especially for battery life on mobile devices.
Exactly.
You want that phone to last all day.
Longer battery life.
Yeah.
Better performance. And it also lets them create these incredibly powerful devices in smaller form factors like the new Mac Mini.
Right. Speaking of pushing boundaries, the processor world is constantly evolving.
How does Apple stay ahead of the curve in such a competitive landscape?
Well, Millet really emphasizes the importance of having amazing people with interesting creative ideas. They're constantly looking under every rock for new ways to innovate.
So it's not just about the technology, it's also about the people
Yeah.
and the culture.
It's about fostering a culture of innovation, but it's also having a vision for the future. They're not just trying to build the fastest chips. They're trying to build chips that enable the best possible user experiences.
Well, remember when they introduced the touch bar on MacBooks? It was met with kind of mixed reactions.
Yeah.
But it was a clear example of co-design in action.
Yeah.
The chip was specifically designed to handle the processing needs of that display,
Right.
leading to a more seamless user experience.
Exactly. And it brings us to another key element of Apple's success, Vertical integration.
Go on.
Unlike a lot of tech companies, Apple controls the entire process, from designing the chips, to developing the software,
Right.
to manufacturing the devices.
So they're not reliant on other companies to like
Make those components.
exactly.
Okay.
This gives them a level
Yeah.
of control and synergy that's
Yes.
almost unmatched in the industry.
Wow.
They can optimize every single element to work together perfectly.
It's like an orchestra,
Yeah.
where every instrument is perfectly tuned,
Yes.
and the conductor knows exactly how to bring out the best in each musician.
That's a great way to put it. And this level of integration is what allows Apple to consistently deliver these products that are not only powerful, but also incredibly intuitive and user-friendly.
So Apple's chip strategy, it's about way more than just specs and benchmarks.
Yeah, it's really a holistic approach.
Yeah.
Combining this cutting-edge technology with this deep understanding of their users and, that relentless pursuit of innovation.
This whole secret weapon thing shows how Apple plays the long game.
Absolutely.
Like, they're not just reacting to current trends. They're anticipating them.
Right.
Like with that 2017 paper on transformer networks.
That's so fascinating to see how Apple saw those concepts and developed them into the AI capabilities we see today in things like Siri and the machine learning photo editing features.
It really speaks to their commitment to research and development,
Right.
even when the payoff isn't immediately obvious.
So it makes you wonder what other industries could benefit from this kind of approach.
That's a great question.
Imagine if other companies took this holistic, vertically integrated approach to product development.
It could be revolutionary.
Yeah. I think the key takeaway here is Apple's success with silicon. It's not just about building powerful chips. It's about creating this seamless experience
Yeah.
for their users.
Exactly. And they're achieving that by controlling every aspect of the process, from the silicon to the software.
Well, there you have it. A deep dive into Apple's secret weapon in the AI race.
And it turns out it's not so secret after all.
It's their unique approach to silicon design, their dedication to co-design, their constant pursuit of efficiency and innovation, and that long-term vision.
It's a powerful combination that has really made them a leader in the tech industry.
And it'll be exciting to see what they do next.
Absolutely.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Until next time.
Keep those brains buzzing.